just an absolutely gorgeous view here of downtown Los Angeles, seen from high above. Hello, everyone. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First, for Dallas, Calderon is out there with Ellis. And it's Samuel Dallenberg manning the middle at the center position. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the power forward position. And for the Clippers, CP3 a point with Redick there the backcourt. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the skyscraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan.
Because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll. It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans, the first time since 2000.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Calderon kicks to Ellis. Banked in off the glass.
And holding him accountable.
A different look for Dallas. White comes in for Samuel Dallenberg. And it's Carter in for Dirk Nowitzki. Calderon against Paul. Calderon kicks to Ellis. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Go back to that leadership that Chris Paul provides. We saw that some last year in the general manager category said that he might be the best single leader on any team in the NBA.
I would agree with that. He's just a dominant presence out there, despite the fact that he's kind of short. But he just understands his point guard's role. Passionate about the game, smart basketball player, and loves to play.
Here's Marion. Kicks it out to Ellis. Makes the lead pass. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that. Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides. Well, you look at the Clippers, and they clearly are one of the most entertaining teams in the NBA. I mean, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself. Yeah, back and forth start for sure. This game is setting up to be awfully competitive.
Collison kicks to Doug. Mullins lays it up and banks it in. Well, Clark, as you were taking a look at the Clippers, they are a fun team, an amazing product so far with big names all around. But, you know, Steve, they've got to work hand in hand to make sure they're always at their best and not take things for granted.
Well, I think it's still a team that's a work in progress. You've got a young front line and Griffin and DeAndre Jordan.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's Collison, and that one's good.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the first. Ellis, the pass to Carter. Offensive rebound. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Mavericks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Well, this was a very consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 79%. And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
And for 3, Collison, no good trying to beat the buzzer. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play.
Winning, they've done that. Guys, the expectation is clearly to contend for an NBA title.
Yeah, building chemistry on the court will be their focus. Thanks, Doris. And Matt Barnes, a fiery defender. He plays the game, it seems, almost all the time with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he embraces the physicality of the game, but I just love the energy and the emotion that Matt Barnes brings to the team that he plays with. Fish to Dallas.
Calderon passes to Harris. Back to Calderon. Takes a 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Barnes. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic
on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Well, Clark, you said the Clippers have really flipped the Western Conference upside down over the last few years, and you're right. They have done it with, Steve's style, to say the least. They've got now also a very deep team.
Well, a 35-17 record against the West was enough to secure them their division and advantage in the first round. You have to remember, too, that they were without some of their big stars last season. So if they can stay healthy and really take advantage of what they have, this could be a lot of fun.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our...
It gets him a lot of rebounds, of course, but two, it takes a lot of toll on the opposition. He'll wear you down.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention his supreme shot blocking. And he doesn't do it softly. He comes up with emphatic denials.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark. Things have kind of gone south for them here in the quarter.
Green left side. Into Jordan. It's off his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. And here is Los Angeles now. Paul for three. Gets it to go. And now it's a three-point Clipper lead. Here's Calderon. Can't get it to go. And the first half ends in a close one. The Clippers on top. They lead by 3. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Jordan with a screen on Ellis. Jordan dishes to Reddick. Paul outside. Gets the bucket. Paul's got 14. Going back to Ellis, so quick and athletic, he's able to create his own shot pretty much at will.
Yeah, great touch around the rim. Really wants to go right. That's his preferred direction. If you let him get ahead of steam going to his right, he can really finish well, especially for a smaller guard at the rim.
There's the dish to Reddick. Blocked. It's Marion with the...
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you. The Clippers have used that for motivation this season.
1:21 left to play in the third. It's stolen by Calderon. One-on-one fast break. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Sean Marion with the slam. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Dallas?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers got up 2-zip on the Grizzlies, but all of a sudden it came to a crashing halt. And Steve, they dropped 4 consecutive games, and just like that, we're out of the postseason.
Yeah, injuries played a part. Blake Griffin sprained his ankle, but I think the Clippers were exposed a little bit too. They were limited offensively on the front line, and maybe not quite enough shooting, but that's why they made the moves in the offseason, and they're looking to pick up and make some improvement in that regard.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one, let's say.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nowitzki comes in for Samuel Dallenberg, and it's Ellis in for Jay Crowder. There's Green with the 3. That's good. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Call an offensive foul if you kick out your leg on the shot. World Beat Free used to do it all the time, and it hits the defender.
Yeah, that's how Jamal Crawford got a lot of those 4-point plays early in his career, but there's a reason that he's able to convert those, and it's because he can create his own shot off the dribble from the 3-point line. And so a lot of times defenders are lunging at him because they put on their heels defensively because of his work off the dribble.
That's a good explanation. Kicks it to Dudley. Back to Crawford. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go.
Shooting is really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Calderon against Paul. Griffin. The offensive rebound. The pass to Crawford. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
And the Mavericks call time here. They're losing by 1. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. A different look for the Clippers. Matt Barnes is checked in for Griffin. And Willie Green is subbed in for Chris Paul. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Ellis outside. He feeds it to Nowitzki. He hangs. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Dudley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Green against Nowitzki. Dudley gets a screen from Barnes. And Dudley kicks to Barnes. Money!
He's locked in right now, guys, hitting some big shots here in the fourth quarter.
Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Nowitzki with the screen on Green. And stolen by Barnes. And here we go. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Marion kicks to Calderon. He dishes it to Ellis. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
The dish to Dudley. For 3. Frames it from downtown.
And they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
I think the coach is telling them here to just take the easy points in a hurry, and then you got to foul right away.
I don't think they necessarily need to just foul blindly right away here. You'll go for a steal before you send one of them to the foul line.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Jared Dudley. Here's Ellis. Knocked loose. On the wing, Marion. That 3 off the mark. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, no question, the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And an intentional foul right there. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Here's Calderon. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.